Howdy folks, and welcome back to XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and yep, I know, it's another XCOM 2 expansion pack video. I think it's probably safe to say I'm completely obsessed with this game. It is just so amazingly good. I must have played through enough to gather a terabyte of video data. I've actually run out of space on my hard drive and I'm having to transfer all the video files over to removable discs. It's been... I've played nothing. Well, the British battleships in World of Warships managed to drag me away from this game for about half an hour. Just long enough to blow all my free XP on HMS Monarch, the British Tier 8 battleship. But other than that, it was straight back into XCOM 2, War of the Chosen. It is fiendishly addictive. We're going to carry on from pretty much where we left off and show you more of what's new in this expansion. As some of you noticed from the first video, there are several stars doing the voice acting. Fans of Star Trek The Next Generation will be delighted to know that the two Reaper characters, Volk and Elena Dragonova, are played by Jonathan Frakes and Marina Sirtis, who played Commander Riker and Councillor Deanna Troi in Star Trek The Next Generation. It's also been pointed out that Mox, the skirmisher character, is played by everybody's favourite Klingon, Michael Dorn, who played Lieutenant Worf in The Next Generation and Lieutenant Commander Worf in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Now, we haven't seen him yet because, well, I have, but you lot haven't, because at this stage of the game I haven't made contact with the Templar faction, the Third Resistance faction, but the leader of the Templars sounds suspiciously like John Delancey, who was famous for playing Q in Star Trek. So, I'm sure Brent Spiner's in there doing a voiceover somewhere, I just haven't recognised him yet. But it's nice to see, you know, the old Star Trek crew getting together and working with each other again, for what must be the first time in years. But anyway, enough of that. What's next? Well, we're going to spend a minute or two talking about the way this version of XCOM 2 handles skill points, because it's a little bit different from what you may be used to from previous XCOM 2 playthroughs. And to demonstrate, we're going to take a look at what happens when we promote Elena Dragonova, the Reaper character.
We may have chosen a different means of resistance, but our people fight for the same reason, for the world we once knew. Together we will end this occupation, or die trying.
The Resistance factions take a more flexible approach to training than traditional soldiers, and can often learn multiple new abilities with each promotion. They will adapt to follow your choices, Commander.
Yeah, that probably looks a little bit different from the pick one or the other skill tree that you may have been used to from vanilla XCOM. You see, what happens here is every time a character levels up, they gain some ability points. And every time they perform a skill action in battle, like getting a kill from ambush, or if you're a sniper for example, doing an Obi-Wan Kenobi and getting a kill from the higher ground, then XCOM gains some ability points. So using Elena's own ability points that she earned from being promoted to Corporal, instead of having to choose between one or the other of the rank 1 skills, I've been able to take them both. And now I'm looking at Remote Star, which is a 10-point Corporal ability point at rank 2. Now she has 10 of her own ability points, so I can go ahead and buy that, but if that ability cost more than 10, if it was 12 for example, I'd be able to dip into the 4 XCOM ability points that all of my troops have earned from their actions in previous missions. It's a sort of a wild card pool that all of your troops can dip into if they don't have enough points on their own to purchase the next rank of a skill. So if you do well in battle, those XCOM ability points are going to pile up, and you're going to be able to use them to supplement the skills of your troops. So we're taking Remote Start, which gives her the ability to detonate any environmental explosive within view range. And we're going to memorialise the occasion by taking a photo. There we go. Keep her fighting. Join the Resistance today. Hurrah for Councillor Deanna Troi. Sorry, I mean Elena Dragonova. So... oh, hang on a minute. What's going on here? This is one of my regular XCOM troops, and he has the same old pick one or the other skill tree that we're all familiar with from playing vanilla XCOM 2. Well, that doesn't sound very fair, Jingles. I mean, that means that the troops that you recruit from the Resistance networks, the Reapers, the Skirmishers and the Templars, when I do eventually make contact with them, they're going to be so much better than your regular XCOM 2 soldiers. That's what I thought. But first you have to construct the training facility on board the Avenger, and as soon as you've done that, all of your regular troops, who will have accumulated a lot of ability points by the time you actually build the training facility are going to have access to exactly the same type of skill tree as the Resistance Network soldiers, so they can very, very quickly become just as good, if not better, than the new operatives that you're able to recruit in this expansion. And I've got to be honest with you, it took an embarrassing length of time for me to figure out that's how it all worked. I was sitting there staring at my poor old regular XCOM troops thinking these guys are shit. And I hadn't figured out that I could buff their skills in the training facility.
False promises of rescue are always a valuable tool in extracting intelligence from these human prisoners.
Oh yes, that's right. Old Michael Dawn, Squatty Mox, he's been captured, hasn't he? Whatever can we do about that?
The Resistance factions can help us locate our captive soldier if we deploy on a covert action alongside them.
Thank you for sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
Well, that's very handy, isn't it? I was wondering how we were going to go about getting Mox back. We're going to have to build ourselves a resistance ring on board the Avenger, and using that we can send troops out in covert ops to do, amongst other things, find the location where Mox is being held so we can mount an operation to rescue him. He's been captured by the Chosen Assassin, but hang on, aren't there supposed to be 3 of the Chosen? Yes, there are. Story time.
It would be so easy. Good to see you, sister.
Miscreants, restrain yourselves, lest you be restrained.
No, the 3 of us, called upon together. Something has changed.
On that, we are agreed. The battlefield has shifted. Our masters have need of us once more.
Sounds to me like they're afraid.
You dare defile this place with your wretched tongue?
Oh, I dare. Our children. Each of you possess our strength. Each of you possess our wisdom. Of all our creations, you are truly blessed. Your charge was a simple one. The subjugation of those who would see our grand design falter. We have been pleased. Until now. Our greatest asset has been lost, stolen from us, while our strongest did nothing. We are disappointed.
Thought you were the strongest.
Arrogance, defiance. You have walked among the humans for too long. You have been corrupted. You can be reclaimed. Yet perhaps you may also be redeemed. Perhaps you all may be redeemed. A greater battle lies ahead. Our time on this world draws to a close. Yet we need not abandon it completely at our departure. For one among you is surely ready to claim this world as their own. One among you is worthy. Return what was lost to us. Grant all who oppose our will. To the one that succeeds our everlasting favor. To the others. You are the chosen. Do not fail us. Now go.
Ooh, the plot thickens. Well, now we've made contact with 2 of the Resistance factions, the Reapers and the Skirmishers, we don't actually have any means of working with them. So, first order of business is to get some alien debris cleared out of the hull of the Avenger, and in its place build ourselves a resistance ring. This is going to be the facility that we use for managing our contact with the 3 new resistance factions. It's going to take some time to get that facility constructed, however, so while we're waiting for that to happen, we're going to take a look at something new in the field of research and technology. Dr. Tigan's going to explain.
Commander, the science team has grown particularly interested in this field of research. So much so that their inspiration could lead to vast improvements in our research efficiency. However, we must act fast. Despite their brilliance, they are a fickle group.
Well, you probably wouldn't believe it, but apparently science nerds are a bit of a scatterbrained bunch who find it difficult to concentrate on one particular subject when they've just developed an interest in something else. There you are, trying to get them to knuckle down and conduct autopsies on Advent officers because, you know, fate of the whole world depends on it. But, well, suddenly they've all got a bee in their bonnet about hybrid materials research, and they're just getting very excited, and, well, sometimes it's just best to let them go with it, regardless of how important other research might be at the time, because if you do let them go with it and pursue whatever it is they're interested in, they can produce very, very quick results. You don't have to, of course. You can crack the whip and make them do the research on whatever it is that you think is most important, but if you don't take advantage of their inspiration while it lasts, they'll just get bored with it and stop thinking about other things instead, and you'll lose the opportunity. So for now I've decided to just, you know, I'm too tired to argue. You want to research hybrid materials, fine, go and research hybrid materials. I need to get started on building this resistance ring.
Commander, now that members of the resistance factions have joined us on the Avenger, I thought you might want an area where you can meet, to organize and plan future operations together.
Oh, that's one hell of a coincidence, Chief Engineer Shen. I was just coming to ask you about that. Well, crack on. Don't let me stop you. Let me know when it's built. Oh, you've got the room cleared already, look. Oh, they are very professional around here, aren't they? This is all... Wait, what? What do you mean we need more supplies? Who's running this Mickey Mouse outfit anyway? Who's in charge of getting supplies? What do you mean I am? Nobody told me that. Oh, for God. Right, okay, fine, I'll take care of it. Yeah, it's not like I'm busy organising all of humanity's resistance against the alien invaders and subjugators or anything. No, I'll take care of the supply situation too. Tell you what, why don't you stick a broom at my arse and I'll sweep the decks clean while I'm at it. I don't know. I thought the engineering staff would be a little bit more organised, but they're almost as bad as those bloody science nerds. Speaking of which, have they finished doing whatever the hell they fancy yet?
We completed our research in remarkable time, Commander.
Well, that's jolly nice. Can we get back to doing what I want to do now? Please, you know, if it's not too much to ask. Advent officer autopsies? That would be really... What, now you want to... Oh, I give up.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
If I didn't know better, I think they were doing it on purpose, just to piss me off. So screw the science nerds. Anyway, this is much more interesting. The resistance ring is now complete, and through this, I gain access to the Covert actions, which is a brand new feature in XCOM2 War of the Chosen. At the moment, I only really have access to the Reapers. The Templars are available, but the only mission for the Templars is to locate the Templar faction and make contact with them. I can't actually organise any actions with the Skirmisher faction because poor old Mox has been captured and he was my contact with the Skirmishers. So the first order of business is to find out where Mox is being held and organise an operation to go and get him back. And by a staggering coincidence, Volk of the Reapers happens to have 3 sources of information for me at the moment, any one of which I can chase up, but one of them happens to be information pertaining to the location where Mox is being held. And since I really would like to make contact with the Skirmishers and get Mox back, that's the personnel extraction covert action that I'm going to pursue. Now I have to assign 2 of my own troops to it, and they're going to be unavailable for anything else while they're on this operation chasing up this lead, but hopefully it'll be a successful mission, and when they come back we'll know where Mox is being held and we can do something about it.
I'll order my people to get underway immediately. I suppose since that worked, we might as well keep it up, Commander.
Hooray! Now we know where Mox is being held, we can go and do something about it. Equally importantly, our troops have gained some experience and buffs as a result of embarking on this covert action, And we've also gained a little bit of influence with the Reapers. And as our influence with these factions increases, we're going to be able to embark on increasingly complicated and dangerous covert actions. But the rewards are going to be correspondingly greater. For now, however, we've just conducted our very first successful covert action. We now know where Mox is being held prisoner. I think it's about time we went in and got him back.
We're in the pipe, 5 by 5.
But we now have a positive confirmation that our captive soldier is being held in a high-security Advent detention center in this region. If we're going to pull a rescue off, our best approach is to go in quietly without alerting the massive number of security forces defending that installation.
Well, I'll try to be quiet, but I'm not making any promises. You know how much I suck at this game.
The latest intel has our operative being held in the main structure just ahead. We have the advantage of stealth here, so we should try to get in and out as quietly as possible. If the enemy spots us, this is going to get a whole lot harder.
Right. Well, this is something new. Actually, this is two somethings new. First of all, there's a sitrep in place for this particular operation, and these are sort of like random wildcard events that can happen on any operation that you conduct. This is actually a good one. Every member of the squad has one charge of the conceal ability, because this is a stealth mission. What that means is anytime we break stealth, we get one chance to stealth back up again. And that's important because you can see that the other new thing about this mission is that this mission has a security level. At the moment, it's 1. It's a nice green colour. Green is a happy colour. It's a calm colour. The guards are very relaxed. If we start making loud noises by shooting people, they're going to get very, very tense, and that security state is going to go up. And as it goes up, things get a bit more difficult. So the trick here is to extract our soldier while killing as few of the enemy as possible. And there's one of the little buggers, and I want to kill him. I want to earn experience, but no, I must be disciplined. I must be a good Jingles.
We have Firebrand on standby for evac, Commander, but as soon as she gets in range, the whole compound will go on high alert. We should hold back unless we have the target, or it's an absolute emergency.
Right. Well, that does kind of make sense, because nothing's guaranteed to get their attention more than a dirty, great, big, stinking dropship hovering right over the top of the prison compound. So, as soon as you call for extraction, the security level is going to go right up. So we should get the opportunity to, shoot some things. Hopefully. Now, the red tiles on the ground, for those of you who haven't actually played XCOM2 before, because I've begun this mission in stealth, that's letting me know that if I stray into any of those red tiles, that's the detection radius of the various different troops and turrets. So, try not to stand in red, okay? Red is bad. You stand in red, people start shooting at you, and then you're a dead XCOM soldier. And then you'll be in a world of shit, because XCOM soldiers are not allowed to die without permission. While we're getting into position, I'm just going to take some time to answer what was probably the most popular question of my previous XCOM2 War of the Chosen video. Jingles, are you going to be doing a playthrough with your squad of ultimate badasses? For those of you who have absolutely no idea what people were talking about, when I did my original playthrough of vanilla XCOM2, because you can customize the soldiers, so as soon as I let loose with the character editor, I decided I was going to make a squad of YouTubers. So I was in there, Rita Gamer was in there, Quickie Baby and Circumflexes were in there, Ike was in there. You may not know who all of these people are, not important. But by far the most popular character that I created was Billy Warren. Billy is basically, he's a regular on Circumflex's Twitch livestream where he plays World of Tanks. Well, Billy doesn't really play World of Tanks much. He does sometimes, but Billy's not famous for playing World of Tanks. Billy is famous for taking the blame. Hashtag blame Billy is actually a thing. Anytime anything goes wrong, doesn't matter whether he was even there, it's always Billy's fault. And Billy was a very, very popular character in my previous XCOM2 playthrough. And, well, the short answer is yes, the squad of ultimate badasses will be back. The long answer is you have to wait until they're all ranked at least Sergeant before you unlock most of the customization options. So they're going to be back, but not for a while. Right, well, we've made it this far without killing anybody. I'm starting to get a very, very itchy trigger finger, but there's no way we're getting through that door without nailing this guard and the turret next to him. So, we're going to get set up. Now, if you haven't played XCOM 2 before, the thing you have to remember about your squad when you start is they are really disastrously crap. They couldn't hit the side of a barn from the inside. So you really, really do need to maximize your chances by using every possible trick in the book. Kostya Kuznetsov here is a specialist, which allows him to use his gremlin, that's the little drone floating above his head, to hack mechanical subjects like sentry towers and gun turrets. But his hacking skill isn't very good. So it's far safer to use something like Combat Protocol, which is guaranteed double damage, ignores armor against mechanical subjects. So we're going to start things off with that, which is immediately going to pop him out of stealth, but should take the turret out. Yep, it did. And security level has gone up to 4, and Kostya has been spotted. In fact, they've all been spotted, so they're all out of stealth. But I set them all up. Go Australia on Overwatch, and that's taken care of the guard. Good shot, Oz. Right.
The compound has been alerted to your presence. They're actively hunting for you now.
Yeah, it's fine. Now, Oz there just gained herself an ability point for conducting a skill action and killing somebody from ambush. So that's all good stuff. Now I'm going to stealth up again. This is thanks to the sitrep that's in place for this operation only. That allows every member of the squad, once they've broken out of stealth, to go back into stealth again. Essentially, it gives everybody one of the ranger skills for free. You know, just because. I'm certainly not going to argue. Right. Guards dealt with. At least the guards in the immediate vicinity are dealt with. Mox is in... well, we can kind of see his outline. He's in a cell. Moving up to the window, just to make sure there's nobody else in there. Because I've done that a couple of times. I think, oh, I'm in stealth, you can't see me. Walk around a corner, straight into a patrol. Right into their detection radius. Oops. Shit. Dead. Yeah. You're not catching me out that way twice. Actually, well, it's happened more than once, if I'm being completely honest. Right. Mock's located, but his cell door is locked. Alright, well, we're going to send the gremlin in to hack the lock. It's far safer than doing it ourselves. However, there's a bit of a problem. You see, we can unlock it, no problem. But we only have a 73% chance of unlocking it without setting off the alarms. And yeah, it looks like we're going to live. So yeah, that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Infiltrating access point.
But it didn't, so hooray. The door's open, alarms have not been set off. Now we need to get somebody in there, get the door open. Mox appears to be a little bit unconscious, so we're going to have to carry him out, signal for extraction, and then get the hell out of there before the bad guys turn up. Oh, hello? He can hear a patrol coming. Okay. I've set Oz up on Overwatch on one corner. I'm going to set Sol here on Overwatch on the other corner, just in case a patrol comes into view. And then we're going to get the door open, get into the cell, pick him up, and carry him out to the extraction point.
Maybe we should leave him.
It's a good point. The lazy bastard can sleep on his own time. Ah, shit. What happened? Turns out it's difficult to be sneaky while you're carrying an unconscious skirmisher over your shoulder. Who'd have seen that one coming?
Firebrand is in position and the compound is on full alert. Time to move.
Dropship's on the way in. Base has just gone on full alert. Now, the other two squad members are still in concealment, and I've got them set up, covering both sides, just in case anybody comes to investigate why the cell door has suddenly unlocked itself.
What was that?
Yep. We might be having company coming from around that crap. Yep, reinforcements are about to arrive.
The compound has reached maximum alert status. They put out a distress signal and we're already picking up multiple inbound transports.
Reinforcements are going to arrive on the next turn, but I'm going to be out of here before that happens. We've managed to get the VIP.
In position for evac.
VIP, my arse. He's not even a corporal. But anyway, he's out. Hooray! Now we just got to get the other two out. Come on, Oz. Get in that extraction zone.
I'm on the move.
Good on you, Australia.
Evac confirmed.
In your own time. And now, the sneaky bloody Russian. And that should be mission complete.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Everything by the accomplished.
I suppose after having allowed them to be captured, the least you could do is mount a rescue attempt.
Ah, shut up. Nobody likes a sore loser. We're going to take a picture to celebrate and stick it on your Facebook page. Nah.
I certainly hope our propaganda effort is not funded from my research budget.
Oh, Doc, seriously, just shut up, you miserable old git. We're celebrating here.
Again, I urge all citizens to remain calm. Though XCOM radicals did manage to release a handful of detainees from our detention center, there is no cause for alarm. For your protection, security patrols have been doubled and curfew extended. Rest assured, they will be found.
It wasn't easy, but Mox has been safely returned, Commander. He's eager to get back into the fight.
Well, that's jolly nice, but hang on, what's this? Bond available. Turns out these three actually quite like working with each other. Huh. Well, we can develop that further. Let's have a quick look. So who's got the highest compatibility? Well, it looks like both Kostya and Sol have got the hots for Mary, but Mary likes Sol more, so they're besties from now on. Haha, screw you, Russian. Nobody likes you. And this bond that forms between troops that work well together can offer some very, very nice tactical abilities later on.
I am glad to return to your service, Commander. I will not forget what you and your soldiers have done for me.
Efficiently executed and no casualties. You can lead the Reapers any day, Commander. Well done.
Hooray! But just so you know, we're docking his pay for all the time he spent in captivity. Anyway, now that we've got Mox back on side, we can now conduct covert actions on behalf of and for the skirmishers, which opens up a whole bunch of new tactical possibilities.
This is the headquarters of the Skirmisher faction. They may look like Advent, but they sure don't act like it. Now that we've established contact, we can scan at this location to gain additional support for our cause.
You know them as they were, the soldiers of Advent. Now they are free to choose. If you stay your course, Commander, they will stand with you until the end. Commander, I believe it is time that we meet. I am Betos, first of the freed Advent. You are safe here. Praetor Mox was new to our cause, but he believed in our people's freedom, in this alliance, in you, Commander. I shall do the same. My skirmishers stand ready, should you need them. May our people stand united until the false gods fall.
Yeah, I don't like the skirmishers, they talk too much. And speaking of talking too much, I'm done for the day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're having a great weekend. And I will be continuing this XCOM 2 War of the Chosen playthrough at some point in the very near future. In the meantime, as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.